One holding this fucking scene together. So, like, for real, he deserves respect. But Faye is one of those people that's existed in the scene that kind of went unappreciated unless you were one of the people involved. Unless you're one of the people there and you really know how much she did and how much she cared and who she was. And I met Faye when I've seen such a huge transition, pun not intended, in her, and so this whole thing, this whole experience has inspired me. Yeah, fog, great time for that. But I've tried to run a couple nonprofits before, and I have an idea for one that's been inspired by Faye. And I want to call it the Faye Foundation. And at OBJ, she was the happiest I've seen her in a long time. And she was on a new bipolar medication. And she couldn't afford to pay for it afterwards. So she didn't get it, and then a week later she was dead. I know that's heavy, I'm sorry guys, but I think that we need to increase awareness for mental illness and the fact that the healthcare industry is literally killing people for their own greed. It's not right. And a lot of our closest friends died because of that. Because the healthcare industry is fucking greedy. So I want to create a nonprofit that provides therapy for people in duress, as well as if you're in a situation where you don't have the money for your bipolar medication for that month, then you can apply for a grant with our foundation, and then we'll cover it for that month, you know, and then give you the month to figure it out for yourself, you know. But a lot of times that month is the make or break between life and death, you know, and that's something that we found with her. Unfortunately, if there was socialized healthcare and people were able to just get medicine that they needed, then she would still be alive right now. So, sorry, I'm a little worked up about it. But it's something I feel very passionate about, and anyone that wants to be involved with the Faye Foundation, please let me know. My name is Adam Engelson, and I think that would be the best way to carry on her legacy. Not only from having sick-ass parties that are non-profit, like fundraisers for an awesome cause, but like legitimately, she had so many visions and so many things she wanted to do, and it just hurts me to see that she's not able to complete them, you know. And I think the Faye Foundation, TFF, would be a great, okay, thanks Fog, would be a great way for us to carry on her legacy. So anyone that wants to be involved, let me know. And that was pretty much all I wanted to say about the whole thing. I love all you guys. Thank you so much. Would anyone else like to take the mic? There you go.
I met Faye a couple years ago, and I have never been the same after meeting Faye, and I'm sure a lot of you also feel that way. Like Colin said, like you knew just within a couple minutes of being around Faye, being Faye at Faye's full power, like that, you know, she was really here to make some people move around, make some people think, to make some people shift the box that they've been told that they had to fit in. And one thing I really want to speak on for her is the fact that she was pursuing her transition. And I did meet Faye as a boy, and I watched Faye become who she felt like she was, and she had the courage to do that. And I know I'm not the only person in this room that already walked in carrying weight that didn't even belong to this gathering. And it's so beautiful that all of you are here in spite of all the pain that you guys are all balancing and managing. And this is why a lot of us are still here, because we genuinely care about each other. And I've never met more beautiful people in my life that really do love people the way that they say they do. Like, you guys show the fuck up for the people you care about. I don't know, Faye definitely is here with us. And I wish she could be holding this microphone, but I am happy that she is able to rest. Because if there's anything that I knew meeting Faye, the closer that we got, the more talks that we had that weren't at parties, that weren't when everything was fun and happy, is that she had a lot of pain inside of her. She had a lot of pain that didn't have to do with who she was with. It didn't have to do with what body she was in. It was just the world she lived in. And trying to live in that world and be herself, it's a lot. It's a lot for anybody. You know, we live in a world that makes us feel like we need to be wearing these smiles plastered on our faces, that we need to uphold whatever conditions we've agreed makes you the ideal character in society. And the world is not okay, the world is not happy right now for a lot of reasons, but I feel like I would hate for her leaving not to have the impact that shows you that, like, it's 1,000% okay to be who you are. It's 1,000% okay for you to reach out to people when you are feeling low, when you feel like it's too much, because we got enough shoulders in here for that shit. And yeah, that's all I want to say.
I actually wrote this because I wanted to get out everything that I wanted to say without missing anything or, you know. I was in a relationship with Faye at the start of her transition a little over 5 years ago. She admitted early on that she had felt that she was meant to be a woman. Of course, I accepted her and did everything I could to show her she could be whoever she wanted to be. She struggled a lot in the beginning. She didn't feel like she would fit in, that she could have a job without hiding her true self, or that her family would accept her. I tried to introduce her to people who wouldn't judge her and brought her to places that she could be her authentic self. Anybody who knows Faye knows that she had an incredible amount of energy, but at the time she didn't really have an outlet for it. So I brought her to her first festival, and I pushed her to pursue flow arts more seriously, and she loved absolutely everything about it. I remember she was particularly interested in learning the rope dart. I was at her first burn, and I realized that she had finally found her outlet. Anything she put her mind to, she would do her best to master. She was determined and absolutely fearless, focusing her whole self into her craft. Unfortunately, we parted ways after a very messy breakup. She threw herself into the festival life and continued her flow journey. I gave her her space, but I watched her blossom from afar. I knew she would have the talent for flow arts, but I never expected to see her excel the way that she did. When I saw her perform for the first time with all of her friends, I knew she had finally found her chosen family. The people who accepted her just as she was. I could tell she loved to perform, and she really had such a gift for it. It made me so happy to see her out there, thriving, and doing what she loves In the last few years, we reconnected and put our past behind us. We'd run into each other and talk about our lives and plans for the future. One day, she asked me to hang out like old times. We got food, we talked for hours, and eventually made our way to my studio to spin fire. I finally got to see her throw that rope dart. It was a magical night, and we picked up right where we had left off, and it was so hard to watch her fucking go. That would be the last time I ever saw her face to face, but we talked and video chatted until the end. I was so proud of how far she had come, and she seemed so proud of herself as well. She would video chat with me and show me what she was working on or how she had decorated her new room. I was just so happy to see that she had a place to stay and a job she loved. Things really seemed to be looking up. I'll never forget the impact she made in my life, and although it will never feel like enough, I'm grateful for every second I was able to spend with her.
Let me pick this up. I should be pissed if I did this with the top on. Alright, hi everybody. Nice to see everybody. Sucks under shitty circumstances. My name is Becky, and a lot of you don't know me, but the first thing that I think we can all agree on is the impact that Faye had on everyone. Like, look at everyone here. Majority of us don't fucking know each other.